Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to RimWorld. Gamers in Trouble. I am the GameBlot. And I'll let it run for a little bit just to get a feeling of where we were. We were setting up some of these hydroponic basins. Yeah, hydroponics basins. And we also figured out why Lumi is not a happy hunter. Yeah, so she's got a bite scar on her neck from a grizzly bear. Her right eye has been torn out. Her right foot has been torn off. And her right middle finger has been shot off. She also, on her left-hand side, has a scratch scar on both her left hand and left arm. So, her she's in a moderate amount of pain, which means that, well, she's going to be feeling terrible pretty much all the time until we can get maybe some prosthetics. We are still having power issues. We have built our third wind turbine, but the wind seems to die down at night, and because, well, there is no sun, our solar panels also, well, yeah, don't generate any power. We do, however, have a fueled generator, at least, you know, on blueprint, but most of our steel as well as our components are going towards these hydroponic basins. So here's hoping that at some point, maybe, just maybe, they might build the fuel generator so we can at least burn some wood. Other things that are going well is all of our plant production is going, for want of a better term, gangbusters. And we're just going to see if we can chop any of this wood. We also had a raid recently as well. He did not last very long. Yeah, in fact, he lasted possibly hit a trap and then just hit a shotgun to the face, which is quite possibly the most accurate way of describing it. It's okay, no, so that cool. Gregory Heap is now building the furnace generator. Nice. All right, it needs wood. Connection rate it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The other thing that happened is when there is power in the solar generators, it doesn't actually leave the generators at all, which is odd. And our fuel cells don't seem to stash it very quickly either. It is going up, but it's going up very, very slowly. Whether that's because we've got too much power happening or coming in, or not enough lines even. So I've just been building lines here and there in the hopes that maybe one of these days. Right, they don't seem to be putting any wood in it. Produces power by consuming wood fuel, must be fueled by hand. Alright, let's see then. Doesn't have any wood. I wonder if that's probably just a hauling job. Well, plenty of haulers. Yeah, 3 of them with Strapping and Gregory doing a thing. Okay, maybe. Let's bring that up. He's actually quite. That's crafting, not hauling. Yeah, there it is. The other thing we need to do is actually craft Gregory a bedroom, because we're out of bedrooms at the moment. The other thing that's been happening is we have actually started, we've started building other stuff in here. This second area here is either going to be, okay, not more hydroponics, because the hydroponics are all going to be placed along this firewall. We're actually going to make some bigger bedrooms. So it's the one thing that I've been planning for quite some time, because it will get rid of a fair amount of the negative modifiers that we have accrued from people like Paramedic and a few of the other colonists. The good news is we keep finding steel components and other good things. We now have, obviously, our electric smelter, which means that we can... Hey, they put fuel in it. Alright, fuel is enough for 2 days and 20 hours. It's nice. And Levin. Minor break risk. Why? Bite scar on his torso. Night owl during the daytime. Levin is another one. Alright, let's fix him up. He can keep the same hours as Eli, who is another night owl. This is actually really confusing. All right, there we go. 11, you can go to sleep now whenever you want. Currently just hauling scrap steel around. The other thing that's happening is we do actually have a fair amount of silver, so that when the next trader happens along, we can now trade with them a fair bit. The other thing that needs to happen is more graves. They are filling up. Still haven't figured out how to get rid of those mods. They keep coming back. They won't leave me alone. We also have some medicine production happening as well, because we did have the Nutramine and as well as the herbal medicine and a few other bits and pieces, so we have been able to make some just standard medicine. We actually got a fair amount of Nutramine, which is nice. What else? What does that require? It requires herbal, Nutramine, and cloth. So probably waiting on getting some of the cloth harvested in as well. Strapping, can you just prioritize hauling some of that cloth in? There we go. We'll actually get them all to just give them all hauling jobs, get them all to get some stuff done. Mason apparently is sharing the research jobs with Eli. Not exactly what I wanted to happen. Alright, they're going to haul a little bit. Oh, what's happening? A wolf is taking out a tortoise. Tortoise is now dead. Alright, well, we'll unforbid that. And the injured timber wolf. Not sure. He might end up attacking one of the colonists, and so we'll probably have to kill him at some point. Very, very sad. Wolves are kind of cute. Ruben's bed has been taken over by a turkey. Can we rename these guys? Nope. I do know that there is a mod for that, but this is supposed to be vanilla. Alright, we'll just set up some work stuff. We're actually going to start using sandstone doors. The other question is, how big do we make these rooms? Because we can make them fairly substantial. How many blocks do we have? We've got a fair amount of... What's that? Sandstone. I guess 1, 2, 3. Sorry, counting usually happens in my head. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and we'll just put that one there like that. And that should enable them to go places. Alright, the other thing we need to do, obviously, is put down some floors. There we go. Flooring already exists there. Yeah, fair enough. And we're just going to put down a whole lot of sandstone across that there. And hope that something happens. We'll bump the speed up, make them go a little bit faster. Be a little bit harder to keep track of some things, but we should be okay. The other thing that the field generator will do is provide us with a modicum of power overnight. So hopefully things like our air conditioners and won't drop off, as it were, and leave them heating or overheating. We do actually have a fair amount of food just lying out there. It is deteriorating, spoils in 1 season and 12 days, so we've got a bit of time before we need to do anything about that. Eli and Levin should be asleep, but I don't think he's caught up with his schedule. 8 without a table. Where are you, dude? Oh, running around. And now heading to bed? No, hauling stuff. Dude, you really should be in bed. I wonder, does he have Toby, Lumi? That's paramedics. Mason. Levin, the chemist. He's all the way down at the end. Oh, there's the autosave. Paramedic getting to the floors done. We may actually need to get rid of the steel from this area. Storage. Raw resources. Let's ditch the steel and the silver and the plasteel and only use it for chunks and weapons. And we'll put steel in this stockpile. Steel. There we go. So that means it'll get all the processed stuff out of that particular stockpile back into here where people can find it. We had another hunter somewhere. I think it was Toby. Toby's the other guy that has a decent shooting score. Well, higher than everybody else. It's not 2, but it's not great. So we gave him one of our other weapons. We gave him the LMG that we picked up a couple of episodes ago. Or maybe it was last episode, I'm not sure. Oh, finished researching the vitals monitor. Nice, and we've actually finished researching the steel hospital bed as well. That's good. Miscellaneous vitals monitor. Put that there. That requires a little bit of steel. It does mean that we will be able to heal people more efficiently. So I think that's what it does. Floors are going down. Start putting some furniture in there. Just lights next to the doors. And we may actually need to run some power cables through this area. We'll just run some power cables just along there like that. Another raid. Some tribespeople. It's only the one. He is armed with a great bow. Alright, unfortunately all of our guys are napping. He's hoping he just goes straight through the traps. The other times we had it, the doors were missing, so he just waltzed straight through. Actually, hang on a second. We need to restrict everyone to the area. Well, area 1, actually. Let's restrict it all to area 1. Run away. And dead. Alright, so that works. Pause the game. Unforbid stuff. Sure. And now we get to unrestrict everyone. There we go. Levin is in bed, asleep. Unfortunately, he's still keeping hours like everybody else. Eli quickly getting some stuff done before. I think he's going to head to bed. Although, at this speed, it is very easy to lose track of people. The other thing that's good to see is actually our hydroponics plants are doing well. We do have a lot of potatoes, though. Got some cotton happening, heel root, a lot of potatoes. All right, so we're going to just change this out to strawberries. And this one to... Ooh, we've got cotton. We actually need hops. So we got... That one is now hydroponics planting strawberries, and this one is hydroponics planting hops. We'll stick with the potatoes for a bit. We will actually get one of them to do corn. Can we put corn in here? No, so we'll make it rice instead. And this last one we'll swap out for smoke leaf. There we go. Means we have a good cross section. We'll make one more hydroponics plant and then put down another wall, another wooden wall. There we go. Strapping, getting rid of all the potatoes and planting everything else. That means that during the winter, when all this stuff sort of drops off, we do actually have some food production happening. There will be lots of meat, because all the animals will not go anywhere. Oh, he died. Spoils in one day. Strapping, quick, haul him. And thunderstorm, I do believe. Yep, there we go. Lumi's actually coming out to grab that. Strapping's going to go harvest all the cotton. We need that cotton. For our meds, lacking any real medicine, we do have a lot of heal root going, so that does make the tribal medicine, herbal medicine rather, when it is harvested. Alright then. I wonder if I should probably move that indoors, actually. Stop it getting struck by lightning. that may actually be a decent idea. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. I'm the GameBlot. This is RimWorld. We'll see you in the next one.